Now, gents, I have to admit, I'm a lucky guy. Over the last few years, I've collected quite a few cool looking watches. I've got one-handed watches. I've got a left-handed racing watch. I've got a samurai dive watch, a 24-hour Russian submarine watch, a gold-plated databank for gangster accountants, the original James Bond watch from the novels, the fake James Bond watch known as the Casio Royale, an heirloom quality pocket watch, the first watch I bought with my own money at age 13. And I even have a watch that the watch snobs approve of. And I'm a modern gent, of course. I've got a smartwatch that connects to my phone. All that being said, gents, the watch I'm about to show you is perhaps the most interesting watch of them all. So let me start things off with a question. If you were visually impaired, how would you be able to tell what time it is right now? Seriously, if you just wanted to check today's date, you wanted to see what time it is to the second, you wanted to be able to read a text message without your phone, without your device announcing it to the world. You see, that's the problem with most devices that are devised for the visually impaired. They rely on sound. So if you read the time out, guess what? Everyone around you knows that you're checking the time. If you're reading an intimate, private text message, guess what? It isn't private anymore. Now, why am I talking about all this? Well, in case you didn't know, today, January 4th, is World Braille Day. Louis Braille was born on this day, and the United Nations recognized this day because they want to raise awareness. 0.5% of the population is blind, and almost 3% is visually impaired. Gents, that's over 250 million visually impaired people in this world. Chances are you know somebody that's blind. You know somebody that's dealing with visual impairment, enough so that it's difficult for them to get around and to do the day-to-day things, like simply reading a watch. With that being said, gents, I want to introduce you to the Dot Watch, perhaps the most interesting watch that I own. Today's video is sponsored, but I'm happy to bring you Dot Watch because I got this watch a couple weeks ago, and over the last few weeks, I've actually taught myself a bit of Braille, which has been really cool to actually use this watch and to learn a new language. Now, before I get into the details of the watch, gents, I want to share with you a personal story. Back in college, one of my best friends was blind. At the age of 3, started losing his sight. It got progressively worse till he was legally blind at the age of 5. This guy wrestled throughout high school. He was a very fiery, independent person. Despite all that, though, I saw how the system, how the world pretty much worked against him, because this was a guy that, he needed rides to places. He couldn't drive, obviously, but there were other things going on here. He simply couldn't cross the street because the small town didn't have it set up so that he would actually know if a car was coming or not. He, would do his best, but multiple times I saw him fall, trip, and pick himself back up. And I'm just thinking, when I saw this, I'm like, wow, here is a tool that can help people that can't see well all of a sudden be a bit more independent, because that was what Chad absolutely was about independence, about being his own man. So when I had the chance to talk about this company and what they're doing, I was really, I jumped on this. As I started learning Braille, all of a sudden I realized, wow, I now have a lot more in common with one of my friends from college who I haven't talked to for years and who actually I just reached out to and had a great conversation with. So what exactly is the Dot Watch? The Dot Watch is a smartwatch that connects to your phone and outputs the information in Braille. So it allows you to check the time down to the seconds. It allows you to check the date. You can use the timer. You can use the stopwatch. If somebody calls you, the phone will let you know not only that you're getting a call, but who it is, so you can choose whether or not you want to answer it. I also really like that it's got an alarm. And again, it doesn't have a big sound that goes off. All of a sudden, it just starts to buzz, so you know what's going on, and it doesn't announce to the world that you had an alarm set or that you're going in and checking the time. This is something that you can privately do. All that being said, to me, the most interesting feature, though, is the text messaging feature, because I never really thought about this, but all these messages coming to your phone, you can get them forwarded right here in Braille, and you're going to be able to know what's going on, again, without announcing to the world what you're reading. You can actually go in there and respond. So the specifics of how it works is interesting. If you're familiar with Braille, you know that it's a 3-dimensional system you use your fingers with, and they've got actually 4 cells here, 2 of which underneath they've actually got sensors. So as your fingers go across, it actually knows that your fingers went across, and it can scroll you to the next part. You can actually learn Braille with this. So let's say you got someone in your family that you just simply wanted to pick up learning Braille. This is actually a device that can teach you Braille on the go. Now, when it comes down to size, it's actually not that large. 43 millimeters across and 12.5 millimeters high. And they made this thing tough using titanium steel. They also paid attention to style. When you look at this, you look at the design, it looks sleek, it looks elegant. When people see this, they're going to wonder, okay, it's a watch, but there's something different about this. And a feature I just found the other day and absolutely love, I can press this right here twice, and it will find my phone. There it is, right in my pocket. Now the watch does use a rechargeable battery and they say it lasts for about 5 days. I didn't get it to last that long, but I was using it quite a bit. Thankfully, it charges pretty darn quick and that charger is pretty intuitive. You just place it right on there. Now, gents, if you're at all interested in the Dot watch, use that link down in the description and check out what these guys are doing over at Dot. I'm going to link over to the bigger company. They've got other products they're putting out. I love what this company stands for. I watched a TED Talk of the CEO, saw what he stands for, what difference he wants to make in the world. I love initiatives like this. When entrepreneurs see a problem, they see how they can help people and they get out there and develop a product. So guys, check out what they're doing, use that link and go check out Dot. In addition, gents, I'm going to link to their YouTube channel down there in the description. You can go check out some of the other testimonials, some of the other videos if you want to learn more about how the watch works. So many cool details over there. I would love to hear from you guys down in the comments. I know you guys got your opinions. I want to hear who in your life would benefit from a watch like this, or who in your life is dealing with a disability and has found a way to overcome it, or maybe needs some help. I love hearing your guys' story and I want to hear from you down below. Now, all that being said, why would I say that this watch is the most interesting watch that I own? Because I own a lot of cool watches, but you know, this one got me thinking, and I've said this quote before, wearing a watch isn't about telling the time, it's about your relationship with time. And as I'm wearing this watch, as I'm learning Braille, as I'm learning this new language in this whole new world, all of a sudden I realized what this watch is introducing me to. Got me talking with my friend again. All of a sudden I got thinking about, hey, just what am I doing with my website, with the information I'm putting out, to be able to make sure that we are, we're set up there for those of you that are visually impaired, for maybe people that can't, that have issues with their hearing. What are we doing for them? And that watch, every time I wear this, so I know many of you guys, yeah, you have great vision, but do you know somebody, do you have someone that you love, that you care about, that has bad vision? And that may be something that you want to get this for them as a gift. Maybe you're curious. You're the type of person, my nephew, he learned sign language and didn't think much of it till he's a manager in Southern California at a bar, restaurant, and some guy comes in and was just blown away that my nephew, 21 years old, is there signing with him and working with him. And now this guy is going there all the time, just thinking that he's got somebody that can communicate, that can get him his meals, little things like getting him some ketchup when he asks for it versus having to write everything out. Those are, things like this are pretty amazing. And what video to watch next? Well, how about you check out my entire watch collection? It's an older video. I lay it out here, all the watches that I own. Go check it out right here, guys. I go into a lot of detail.